Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It is Monday night. I think it's Monday night. I'm kind of a bit lost with time differences and crack ones and God knows what else. It is still Monday night, and it is 8 o'clock.
It is Monday night.
UK time anyway. And it's time for the Plastic Crack Podcast, Season 6, Episode 35, the one that Steve didn't make.
The one that Steve's not here for, yeah. We're pushing his to next week.
We are. Yeah, poor old Steve. He doesn't do good. It isn't good for him to mix with people, is it, really?
No.
He came back from Crackcon. He went down for a few days. Then he said he was better. And then he jumped back up again and he was dead again. So, yeah, poor lad.
We say that as well, but I know that there's been a plague that's been going around everybody who attended Crackcon. So I don't know what that was. I'm mercifully free of it. So, you know,
yeah, likewise.
Right. Although one of my kids is coughing though, so I think I'm about to get hit with something 10 times worse. Oh look! Oh my goodness! Look who it is.
Sorry,
made it. So, well, there you go. There's three of us, but not the fourth. There you go. So, yeah, tonight we thought we'd have to sort of do a little impromptu thing because we'll save Steve's amazing subject for next week. We'll probably bring the whole Crackcon, whole Plastic Crack podcast down to the ground. Go away, Ken. Go away.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Get rid of your face.
How do I get rid of my face? There. Oh, I just pushed the button that I was trying to hover over the viewer numbers and I clicked something. My bad.
Yeah, Robin's got the answer. He says he was sick for a day, then decided to stop being ill and got better.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. So anyway, tonight we thought we'll save Steve's discussion for next week, and we'll see how that goes. And tonight we just thought we'd have a bit of a refresh on Crackcon that happened 2 weeks ago now. 2 weekends ago. Up in Derby, and just kind of run over some of the highlights and amusing moments of the day, and also extend it out a bit because not everyone obviously managed to get to Crackcon, but even if you didn't, it'd be great to know what kind of things you love in a convention. Just get some ideas of what works, what doesn't work, just so that for next year's planning, we can ignore them all and do exactly what we do every year. Because that's
yeah. Just do what we want because that's it.
That's it. So anyway, let's have a look and see who's in the chat, shall we? Because I noticed there was a stream of people there, and I did try and post this as soon as I knew Steve wasn't coming on because to make sure the time difference thing didn't affect too many people too much. So anyway, got Pat here. He's doing Austrians. Hello, mate. Mike Schubert. Greetings from a warmish Western Cape, South Africa. Excellent. Busy with some buildings for What a Cowboy. Nice. Old school FRP. Lynn. Hello, mate. We've got Benjamin. Hello, boy. How you doing? He says, evening all from a rainy Denmark. Painting epic Roman principals tonight. Cool. Yeah. That's so boring. God, I hate it. Nick's here. Hello, mate. Serious Wargaming is here from Ontario in Canada. Painting, back to painting War the Roses infantry this week. Very good. Traj is here. Hello, mate. Good to see you the other weekend. Evening all. Egyptians and Syrians tonight, apparently for him. Carl, good evening. Alid, hello, mate. Hope you're feeling better. The other weekend. Hope you're feeling well now, mate.
Hope you got your parcel because I upset a lot of people in the post office when I was standing in the queue for that. Taking my time.
I think Alid had the biggest order of merch for Crackcon, then didn't bother to turn up, so that was a bit of a bummer. But there you go. Yeah. Anyway. Nate, we'll talk about merch later, just in case anybody's interested in.
Yes, we got
shill.
Got shill. It's not shill. It's for charity.
It's charity. That's what I mean.
Nathan is here. Hello, mate. Red Steph. Hello, boy. Mark Riding. Hello, mate. Evening all painting Perry Plastic Spanish tonight. That's easy, just spray them with white. Mobile and Hostile, hello. John Sarby, hello there. Richard is here, hello, mate. Martin Hoy is here, evening from a wet and windy Jersey. Napoleonic Russians on the table tonight. Good. Trevor's here, good evening, sir. Philip, hello there. David is in the house. Richard M, evening, gang. Hope all is well, he says. Good. Yeah, actually, it is for us and not for Steve. Craig is here. Hello. He says, evening all. Oh, hi all. Painting Normans for the first crusade while desperately trying to fend off an 8-month-old kitten from drinking the painting water and eating the miniatures.
I'll do it.
They have a habit of that sort of thing. Nick Games, hello, mate. Loving your Napoleon.
Hey, mate. Yes.
Mort Sprick is here. Evening, all 8 degrees and rainy up here. Where's my winter, he's saying. I don't know.
He'll be coming, don't worry. He'll be there.
It's on its way. David Benton, hello, mate. Paul is here saying, hello from Mercia, where the wind blows strong and the Nurgle casts his blessings far and wide.
See,
trying
there's
to
another
some
one.
Greeks for the warriors of Athena. Oh, jeez. Matt's here. Hello, good evening, mate. Daniel, hello there. He's calling him from Los Angeles with night goblins, apparently. Joseph, good evening, sir. Wet and dreary Northern Carolina. It's always hot in Carolina. It's on the films, isn't it? Doing some bush terrain today. Good for you. What else we got? Duncan's here. Walkabout Games. Ewok Kebab. James,
Hello,
what happened to you? We lost you.
I know what happened. I know what happened to him. But
I heard the story. It's cost me a fortune because I keep almost buying that bloody game he was getting us playing in the pub. Jeez.
Oh, the one? You mean the one when I put out my hobby update where I managed to get you really concentrating really hard to get that?
You did. It was that was my practice run when I was actually still trying to work out how I was doing. I got moderately terrible at it, so it was all good really in the end.
It was one of those games where you kind of get worse. The one you got out sort of a bit, you're like luck kind of, then you think you know what you're doing, so you start actually.
Yeah. So what was it called? I can't even remember what it was called now.
People did tell me. Hang on.
It's a Canadian game apparently, and you have to flick a counter into a center hole, and it was
bloody thing, yeah.
Yeah.
In the corner.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it on someone commented on there. I couldn't remember what it was called. I just called it the Frost. There you go. Crackcon. Kind of suitable, really.
It was. So he brought that along to the Friday night of Crackcon, and I think it went down very well indeed. He brought 2 games down, but now the other one didn't even get a shout because we were all too busy trying to master that. Steve Harbour's here. Good evening, mate. Oh, the real Steve is here. Hey, good.
There you go. At least you turned up.
Yeah, good. At least one of them did. Double Dip. Good evening, sir. Hobby Brush. Marky Sparky. Glenn Paints, good evening from a nippy Perthshire. I bet it is at the moment as well. Wargaming of Kent, hello there, mate. Boar Pipe, evening from El Paso, Texas. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Duncan is here. He's surrounded by groups of 15 mil World War I US trying to work out who goes with which on the base. Yep, that'll do it. Also, it's tricky fellas, those little ones. Sam Bennett's here. Good evening. Watching live for a change. German Grenadiers on the go this evening. Good evening, mate. Good to see you. Robin's here. Well, we established that because he was being all hard about his cold. The Plebiscite. Good evening. Arrived back from a week in Germany. 4 days of demoing board games was awesome. Even got to see some of the Golden Demon winners in person. That are amazing. Well, good for you, mate. Shakers and Sprue, hello, mate. Who else have we got here? I think we've just about done everything. Woot is here. Hello, mate. Good evening. Rich John, hello there. Oh, Don is here. Hello, Don. Good to see you. Robert, hello, good evening. Says, evening all. Hope you had a great time at Crackcon. Not doing any painting as I think I lost my mojo. Oh, mate. Just
we'll
chill.
Get back for
Don't get pressure. We'll get it back for you. We'll find things to tease you into doing. What else we got? Ben Lowe, Bar is here. Good evening. Bar is from a rainy North Dakota. At least no snow. 10mm orcs for him. Yeah, it's a good thing there's no snow. You'd lose them. 10mm, wouldn't you? Tony Hall, good evening, mate. Mutton chops, like that. Basing his Robin Hood warband with added Ken sponge bushes. There you go, Ken. You've had an influence on somebody. Well done, mate. Let's jump to the bottom. Wargaming history, hello there. Who else we got? Frank's Miniatures. Crikey, there's a lot of people in tonight. Richard Biddle, hello, mate. Recruit Painting, good evening from a cold. I can't even read that. Aussie Mozzie, hello, mate. So anyway, there you go. There's lots of people. Thanks for joining us tonight. Really, really appreciate it. It's as I say, it's an impromptu one because it wasn't what we were supposed to be talking about tonight. But then that never we can talk rubbish for 2 hours quite happily between us. So that's all good. So thanks for joining, and everyone watching on catch up. Really appreciate that too, as always. And those listening in on the little Spotify podcast thingy, grateful for you as well. So thanks very much indeed. So chaps, how are we doing? Well, I know. We've just about survived another Crackcon. That was Crackcon 6.
Yeah.
What was your feeling? What do you think, Ken? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, really. I think it was a really nice balance of games. I think everyone seemed to have a really good time. I had a really good time.
Is that because you left 2 hours before us and we had to do the tidying up?
No comment.
And then I found you sitting in the bar when I got back.
Yeah, I was drinking, wasn't I?
He was actually drinking. Was he drinking anything sensible though? I don't know.
Don't worry.
Lager.
Yeah. I won't dwell on it. You cheeky. Can I go? No, I'm going. Okay.
Oh dear.
So Ken gets to put away on his own next year.
Next year,
what time did we get away? Quarter past 6.
It was quite late. The games were going on quite late. Yeah. I think mainly because mainly your wife, actually, from what I remember, Martin. I think I did hear someone say they were going to leave now, and she did say something quite rude at you. I think
she did. She did. Here she is playing just Haley and Tansy playing Paul's Congo game. I don't quite know what the celebrations tub on. I think that's an objective. I don't know.
No. It was an impromptu dice tray because Paul had done a brilliant job with that terrain, and it was all teddy bear fur.
Yeah,
but the trouble is, it isn't conducive to rolling dice.
No,
particularly 8 or 10 siding dice because they all land on corners. So I think that was impromptu.
Well, I think that was David because he produced those celebrations during our Wars of the Roses game as sort of like a half-time snack to keep everyone going, so then they could come back to the killing. That looked like a cracking game. That was awesome. I think Ken's right. I think it was it all went very well. Unfortunately, we did have some dropouts on the day due to illness. We had some dropouts beforehand. That's totally fine because we can resell the tickets and that, but obviously you can't win it all. But we've had a chat internally. Well, me and Dom have, and
we got it cleared by Haley because she's the important one too.
Well, she's the one who's got to deal with it. And then so next year there will probably be more tickets available. I think we can handle that, so we'll increase the capacity again. So that was cool. What was your Ken? What was your Ken went and got breakfast for us all, which was very, very
he did.
nice.
Yeah. See, look, yeah,
yes.
I did.
Yeah,
that's very nice. Yeah,
I'm not paying you.
I know. I haven't asked for it, have I?
No, because I don't think you dare. No, I didn't think you dare.
I was thinking on the way out. That's 20 quid there. Nah, I thought, fuck it. It's all right.
It was very nice.
Well, you probably got it back anyway from the travel lodge, so it's all fine.
I did get it back from the travel lodge.
I know he did. He did.
There you go, Benjamin. Yeah, he got a refund from the travel lodge.
Again.
Anyway, before we head into the whole Crackcon stuff, let's have a look at what we've been working on for the last week or so. Since we came on. Martin, I saw you've been doing some interesting stuff. So Show us,
yeah.
please.
So since we got back, the thing is, obviously the lead up to Crackcon was just scenery. Like 4 weeks before it, I kind of lost the will to live with medieval scenery, and I've got some pictures of our game to throw up later, and when we talk about it all. I have been sent some of the new Gaza Traders Toll releases by Graham at Grey for Now Games. So I've just been working through those, and it was a real nice change of pace to go from medieval buildings to just fantasy stuff. So I've just painted up the box of the Guardhouse Heroes. So these are, you can either put them in there as sort of nameless versions of themselves, or as almost special characters recruited into your guardhouse, your guard companies. I really like them, so I'll do them in the reverse order of, you know, the ones that I like. I'll do my favorite one last. And this is just my opinion. So this is the first one. I suppose I better find out what their names are. Hang on a second. So here we have Sergeant. No. Yes. Sergeant
Sergeant. Yes. No. That's an interesting name.
So they're quite nice. This is probably, and this isn't meant as a criticism, but this is probably the least interesting sculpt in the box. But it's a nice sculpt when you see the others. Yeah. I just thought I'd do that one with a sort of a
nice,
red hair. So it's nice, straightforward, armor, shield, does the job. Next up, we have the gnomish. What is he? He's just a gnome guard, but I really like him. Come on, load. There we go.
Oh, cool.
I like his sort of pensive little face.
Yeah, that's nice.
So he's quite cool. I quite like him. He came out
very
right.
Cool.
So
I like.
He's a very nice little one. And then the next up we have Captain Bellow. Oh, Captain Bellow. Now I get it. So this one here, so we have this chap on a horse looking very important.
Good. Yeah.
So he's nice. These are all resin as well. I should probably say, not printer resin, just cast resin. They're very nice to paint. I've got to say, and they're all really well made. But this next one is my favorite. Now this is Lug, the Ogre Guard. Oh well, I know you might not like it, but I think shit might be a bit strong.
No, I dropped the pen. That's all right. Sorry.
So this is Lug, the Ogre Guard, and I really like this model. I'm really pleased with it.
Yeah, it's cool. That's
I mean, I probably spent longer on this than the other three combined, because there was a lot of flesh. So I just had some fun with it. I wanted to give him like the milky cataract-ridden eye, and the gappy tooth. But yeah, I know because I've been asked this already, but the stripes are molded. The highlights are molded on there.
You're not that insane to do stripes.
No. I wish I could. To do that well.
Are they 28 mil, right? Or they heroic scale?
No, they're 28. So he models to quite a realistic sort of body size, obviously, with the exception of this chap here.
Yeah.
I was really pleased with how they all came out. So he does look like Lemmy, actually.
He does look like Lemmy.
It does look like the Lemmy. So that was a lot of these are a lot of fun. So I've got the other set as well, which is what are these ones called? The Sinister Citizens, and in that you've got like a squire dropping books. I'm pretty sure this dude is a vampire. There's a pie salesman who may or may not kill you if you eat their pie, and then there's the ghost of an unfortunate guard walking around that you can encounter. So all these things in the game can set you on different quests, or they're just there to look pretty. So it was just really nice to paint something a little bit different. I have got I've got the video coming on these guys, so just say Lug here. I can see him being useful in quite a few circumstances. That's the other thing.
Have you played the game yet, or are you still to play?
I've done some solo stuff now, where I've played through on my own, just so I can understand the rules. The thing is, to film this is going to take a lot of time. It's a brilliant game. I would love to sit down with you guys because you can do 4-player and it's semi-cooperative. Like ultimately, we're all competing because you're trying to see who's the best guard. But you could go after the person together, and then when Ken gets the bounty, trip him over and
that's
take
fucking obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. Or for example, me and Ken, you can kind of come to deals and things. So I would love to play this with you guys and a beer. I'm trying to figure out a way to film a game that isn't going to take 4 hours with about 10,000 cuts in it to make it, So I'm getting there, but it is great fun. I've played 2 games since Crackcon on my own, just moving things around, setting them up, working out how all the mechanics are, and I really enjoyed it. But as it's half term, I've roped one of my daughters into helping me do scenery.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to do anymore. So I've roped Tessa, here she is, bless her, and she's making marshes for me. You see in the background there, I don't know why the mayo's there. Actually, now I'm looking at it. I don't know why the mayo. We weren't using
that a new kind of basing material using mayo.
Should be. Well, you can see she's got the danger zone look because she's got her cup of hot chocolate right next to her brush where she's cleaning her brushes, and then right next to the basing mixture as well. So so I convinced her to stop building her Lego Hey thing from Moana and help me do this. And weirdly, so Simon Miller, big red bat, who does the bases, he's released these bases, which are all sort of random jagged shapes. He said he didn't know why he did them. He sent them to me and just said he didn't know why he did them. He thought people might find them useful. They're all sorts of random shapes. So I thought, we'll use them to create marshes because I've got a whole bunch of games coming up that I want to use marshes in them, and it seemed to make sense. So far, they are currently sort of drying at the minute. I've got more tufts to add to them, but she's done most of that.
Robin in.
God no, hell no, no. She'll just
flip the table.
Well, Robin will flip the table. She'll just say, "I don't want to make a marsh, Daddy. I want to do something," and she'll just build them into whatever she wants, and then I'll just have to deal with it. No, it's I've got those coming up because I'm going to be using them in some games of Baron's War and Pillage, which will be quite cool. And there'll be some rules getting stuck in the marshes or getting swallowed by the bog of defense. So they're currently, although I've had since things are starting to I've added more stuff to them. So, and that water effect is coming up all nice and shiny because I had to go and get some more. So I popped into Miniature Kingdoms today because we happen to be in Ely. So I just picked up some more of the AK stuff and just painted it on, and it's already drying very well. So nice cheap marshes. But that's been it. Other than buying a whole bunch of War of the Roses stuff to build more Wars of the Roses stuff because I need more Wars of the Roses stuff. Yes, more.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. I need more.
All of them, everyone. You just need everyone from the War of the Roses. Yeah.
Basically, yes, because I need to be able to answer every possible situation. so that was it's happening. I've not bought a box of the Wars of the Roses inventory for about 2 years. I realised because I've just had so many that I just pick and over scrap.
I was gonna say you probably have got like hundreds of boxes at the moment.
I've got so many bits. I've got so many half sprues. I think I could assemble pretty much a division out of just the odd bits that I had. But so I've bought those. But that's going to be for the new year because I don't think that what I want to do is going to happen this year. And I'm working on. I don't know how visible this is going to be. My light's gone out for some reason. I've got lots of siege pieces. So we've got a battering ram. We've got lots of mantlets. We've got some boiling oil, tubs of. I'm saying just filth. And I've got some of these, what do you call them? Chevaux le Frise? Oh, yeah. The spiky things. Yeah. And they're very spiky, and I've just hurt myself on them. So they're doing their job. Yeah, they're doing their job. It's like a pike block. And I have resisted so far buying any successors. That's well, I'm counting that as a win.
Well, that's something. That's a result.
Well, it was, but then I went and actually looked at Aventines. And they are beautiful.
They are lovely figures. Yeah,
but that's it's. I'd actually say it's probably been fairly busy since Crackcon, to be honest.
Lots of bets going on about what you're up to with the next project. Then Barnet for Crackcon.
No, I've done Barnet. No, I did Barnet. I've done Barnet.
Yeah,
Barnet's boring. Well, it's not boring. It's an interesting battle, but aiming at Towton. But again, I don't need. Yeah, Towton.
You done Bosworth?
Maybe. Nah, and Bosworth's dull as well. Nah. No, it's just
the main man dies.
That don't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. That does. Norfolk. You get Norfolk fights Oxford, and then Northumberland does nothing for Richard, and Richard charges at Henry Tudor and gets killed. That's pretty much. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You forgot the most important person, Stanley.
I mean, what can we say? What can we say about Stanley? Yeah,
he was there.
I mean, I could use my marsh.
There you go. You see? There you go.
Yeah, I've already got. I've got Richard. So I could do that. That would be interesting. Maybe.
Could rewrite history.
I'd rather do the new version of Wakefield because there's this new research into Wakefield that essentially says there was no battle, and Richard just got captured and then had his throat cut, and that was it. So,
okay.
Just have two people on the map.
I'm not going to lie. That's not exactly the most dramatic battlefield if there's no battle and all you got is a figure of a man having his throat cut.
There's just one guy running around on a board, just trying to.
You got a lot of pain.
Just trying to get away. Just trying to get away. There, no. What are you two been up to?
I don't know. What about you, Ken? Have you been up to anything?
Yeah.
Wargaming wise, I'm talking about. Yeah. Not all you. I don't want to know about your other dubious outlets.
Where's the picture? There's the picture. I've been painting some terrain. For my Lord of the Rings. So this is the first piece of 9. For the Mines of Moria, Balin's Tomb 3D printed set that I've done. Take a drink. So yeah, that's the first bit that's come up.
Cool.
Yes, yeah, just experimenting with different things for bits and bobs. Yes, mate.
Have you got 10 unopened packs of Pokemon cards behind that?
Behind where?
There's 10 unopened packs of Pokemon cards on your mouse pad there. Look. Next to your keyboard.
Yeah, yeah. No, they're not unopened anymore. they're open. So, yeah, I was thinking, oh, I've opened them. I was going to say, yeah. So, but yeah, I've been there painting that up, which has been good. I'm doing the second bit now. I've dry brushed all of it, so it's all dry brushed to the same. Sort of level. I'm just doing the details, picking out the details. And that'd be nice to have a nice little board to be able to play. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Where you done?
What did I get up to? I've lost my pictures. Hang on 1 second.
When it does that.
Oh no, there we go. Found them. So I continued down with my Boa War collection. To be honest, that was the main thing I did. So did a load more burrs.
Cool.
So these are mainly, I think the Crusader, I came by North Star. So just a whole load more. So I think trouble is I don't know what rule set I'm using, and I don't know how many figures I'm going to need. So it's a bit complicated to do them. But I thought that'd probably be enough for the time being with the burrs. With the other ones I've already done, so
there's no actual ETA on the Warlord one, is there?
No ETA.
It's been at the open day for 2 years now, so
exactly. So they'll probably sit in the box for a good while now. But
this is the one where they're crossing it with bolt action, so like burr action, right? Yeah.
Supposedly, it's going to be a mixed, sort of a hybrid of bolt action and black powder. So. Which I think it needs to be, because you couldn't really have ranked formations of troops for this period particularly. But anyway, we'll see how it comes out. But I thought I'd get on with some Brits as well, so I did first few Brits.
Tell you what would be good for that. Tell you what would work for that would be muskets and tomahawks would probably work quite well for that.
Yeah, it would actually, because you could have the concealment thing.
Yeah, and you've also got, there are rules obviously for formed units
Yeah.
as well. And yeah, there's the concealment thing, and that would work all right.
That would work very well, actually. You're right. Brother against brother for Boer Wars games. Okay, that'll be interesting. I'll look into that. I don't know. I'll see where we go. It's just been fun to do them, to be honest, to do something different. I kind of just wasn't really sure what I wanted to continue with, so it was nice to just sort of do something that I had in the stash ready to go. So these are Perry plastics. I think they're actually from a slightly earlier period, but yeah, they'll do. Close enough. And then I also did, I had these Empress machine gun crews, so I thought I'd do them as well. So the Brits have got at least a bit of firepower to come back their other way. So
yeah, I do.
Yeah, so I did a few. Yeah, so I think I've got a few more Brits on the go. I did also pick up another box of the Perry plastics, so I'll just wheedle my way through them, and eventually, when the supplement arrives, or unless I find another supplement that I like the look of, another rule set that I like the look of, I might have a game of it. Otherwise, it's just been fun to just get them done and get some of the plastic and lead out of the pile of opportunity, so to speak. So, yeah. But the only other thing I did was Robin very kindly printed off some feudal Japanese stuff for me.
Yes, he did tell me about these.
The
rice paddies.
The rice paddy fields. I've been messing around with water effect as well. And mine's also very shiny, but I think that's the light more than anything else.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Well, you do kind of. You want it to look obviously.
That's what you want to show that it's to show it's shiny.
What about a satin gloss? A satin varnish, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it would work. But then the water effect works just as well, and it actually looks a bit more like water. So, anyway, I don't know. I just I had a problem with these because my little Mars printer wouldn't print these. They wouldn't print out these paddy fields. They're too big. So he kindly did them on his filament printer, which was very good. So there's some with the sort of the rice coming through and some without, and then he did a whole load of the wicker fencing, which is also great, and the two buildings, which apparently were a right challenge, shall we say, to put together. So I'm very pleased he did that for me, because everyone knows how cack-handed I am with assembling anything. So I'm very pleased for that. Thank you, Robin, for doing that, because that would have saved an awful lot of swearing and an awful lot of sticking things to my forehead and my nose. And he even partly painted them for me as well. So I just had to then do a bit of dry brushing.
He didn't do that with any of the buildings he printed for me. So you're honoured.
Yeah, and I'm very honoured by that. So I'm very pleased with that. So that'll suit for my next samurai game. Some more terrain to go with that. But that's pretty much it, I think, for what I've been up to. It's been. Yeah, I did get back up to Shropshire this weekend, and did get to another castle. So if you're interested, with the 5 people who watch my videos about the castles and the Marcher region, there'll be another one done probably next week sometime, or this week sometime. So watch out for that. Anyway, that's what we've all been up to. We've been busy lads, haven't we? So Crackcon 6 obviously happened not last Saturday, the one before. And it was bloody good fun. Thank you as ever to Ian and the team at Boards and Swords in Derby for providing a fantastic location for us to have it. I did get lots of comments of, why do you hold it in Derby when none of you live anywhere near Derby?
Because we're nice people.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle of the country.
Right in the middle of the country. Yeah, exactly. So it isn't convenient for us, but it's a nice place to go. And well, Derby's not, but the shop is.
The shop is, yeah.
And that's really why it is. So it's a great facility. So as I say, we'll just crack on and talk a bit about Crackcon. But for those who weren't there, let us know what you love in a convention, what you love in an event like this, a meetup. I don't mean one of the really big sort of Salute or Adepticon type things, but if you're meeting up with at a club room or what have you, what's the sort of deal breakers you've got to have within that? Because maybe we can take on board some of them for Crackcon 7 We'll see. But I don't know, Martin. What have you got? Some pictures you can share with?
I do. Hang on. Yeah, they're mostly of my game because I
well, your game was
take some of the stuff around.
I mean, both of us have put some videos up, so if you're interested, you can see all the different games. But there were some bloody awesome games.
The overall caliber, I think, of the tables was phenomenal, and we've always been lucky. Like people like to, but considering it's not a show where people are walking, you've got, public walking around. So you're showing off. And so you're literally just showing off to quite a small group of people. And you're putting all this effort into the people who are playing your game. I think it's fantastic. I really do. Every single game there looked ace. They really did. And the caliber of the games was awesome. So in our game,
off to your fellow gamers is probably why it's so good, because we all want to show off and get the admiration of our peers, so to speak, that we've put on a good game and it was fun to play. I just think every year the standard gets better. Definitely.
Well, I just seen Robert's reply. To be fair, he was painting buildings. We painted so many buildings, Let me show those. So let me do this one. So we were doing the second Battle of St Albans. Robin, so we had 12th at a table, and then we split that in half. Robin was handling the town, what was happening in the town, and I was handling what was happening on the outskirts and directly outside it, which was a bloodbath. And this is the view from the clock tower, Robin's clock tower, that he commissioned to be made. I think this is just after Steve lost control of the town. Bless him, poor Steve. I had unfortunately someone couldn't make it, so I had to nab someone, and I saw.
You landed him in it, didn't you?
I saw Steve before I saw either of you. I got the man who's never played Hail Caesar before. And I put him in charge of 3 small units of levy in the town, holding off Northumberland's division. And then I said goodbye and went to the opposite end of the table. So bless him. He did look exceedingly confused at points. He did a good job. He held them off until they eventually got steamrolled. But here's the view from the clock tower. So down the Market Square and French Row out on St Peter's Street, and you can see the spire of St Peter's Church in the background out to the other side. So it was a great deal of fun to put the town together, sort of as a view sort of halfway down the battlefield. This was about halfway through the game where Somerset's division under Tone. I see in our game we had down my end of the table, we had David and Sam versus David and Sam. So that didn't get confusing.
That wasn't at all confusing.
No. In the end, I just had to refer to people as Exeter, Norfolk, Warwick. It was just easier. But this was a view half up the table. So Montague's division, who are the people sort of next to the church, had gradually been beaten back, and they decided to try and take refuge in the church, and just ended up under siege in this church for the sort of the final third of the game, gradually getting whittled down. Which was actually, they held on to that for a long time, and they didn't actually get sort of taken out of the church, but we did deem that they didn't retain control of it because they were surrounded by Lancastrians, and as you know, churches don't really mean, sanctuary doesn't mean a lot in the Wars of the Roses. Really. No, so sort of here's a view sort of from my end of the board. You've got the sort of Warwick's division and Norfolk's division in the foreground, and then the Lancastrians moving on. And Robin and I had sort of, we'd set up different bits of the board around mine, and we'd run through the rules, but it all went together really, really well. Like the rules worked, or the events that we put in worked, where sometimes the Yorkists would find a bit of extra grit because they're really on the back foot, but then Lancastrian reinforcements would just turn up. Just to add to their woes. Henry, can you see? Right, so you see the bright yellow field in the middle. There's a tree right next to it, and then there's another tree, like a greener tree. Henry's under that. That tree is on his base that David did, and Henry moved around that battlefield. He was scuttling around the objective that the Yorkists had tried, and he just kept on moving towards the church. I mean, he was very pious in real life, so
I mean, that's very apt, isn't it?
Yeah, but it didn't help because the Lancastrians were surrounding the church, so he just walked up to the Lancastrians and essentially handed himself over. So that was great. We had a great deal of fun. This is sort of like halfway through where you've got, like, you see Clifford, which was Dom's models, which very kindly lent us for the game. There were about 3/4 of the way through, commanders, generals, they all started falling. I think on the Yorkist side, they lost. Warwick was killed, Norfolk was killed, Fitzhugh was captured. I'm pretty sure Montague was wounded. Exeter was killed and Clifford. No, Exeter ran off. Clifford was killed. I think that was actually it on the Lancastrian. So it did kind of mimic history, and it just played out really well. It was a lot of fun. So there's a big thank you to everybody who
did look amazing.
Sort of took part. That's where Clifford. There was this moment where the heavy cavalry, Warwick's heavy cavalry, just kind of sat back for most of the game, and then they decided to have a go here. So this small unit of heavies has charged quite a large unit, decimated them because you could and then they charged through and then got slaughtered themselves. Which is where Warwick met his comeuppance. But yeah, it was a brilliant game. I think Robin and I were both really, really pleased with how it sort of came together and how it looked. Because we had this idea in our heads. I
was going to say, I was wanting to touch on this. So, I mean, this is, I don't know how many big games now you've put on at Crackcon. Pretty much every one you've put on a big game. How did you approach it, and what what things have you learned putting these on each year to make them entertaining? They've all been spectacular.
So, I mean, this year I can't actually remember why I chose the second Battle of St Albans, and I can't remember why Robin agreed. I picked it. We picked it very early after the last Crackcon. And I think it was because I hadn't done the Wars of Roses. I mean, I approach it from the point of view as what's the kit. I look at the battle. And so, like, when we did Gagovia, it's like, what's the point of the battle? Well, in this it's the Yorkists are defending the town. Okay, How can we actually make that into a scenario? Because in real life, the battle was, it's incredibly brutal. Some people, me included, think it was actually because the numbers in this were probably up to the levels of Towton being smaller than history says it is.
Really?
Well, there were more. There was just as many. There were so many lords here, and Warwick had a lot of men and time to prepare. And there's some awesome work by David Grummett that's just about it's been published or just about to be published, where they've got this evidence it was more likely quite a large mounted battle, I started looking at things. Go right, you got to break it down into what the main components of the battle are. The main components are. Yeah, it probably was, to be fair. Probably was. The main points are the battle for the town, the battle for the church, and the battle outside the church. Okay, and then we've got 3 different areas. But how do we put in the random events that happen? So we did write in that we rolled events. We used the timer mechanic that you and I have used. And that we used at Gagovia last year, because it just works, because you've got, it adds tension to a game. For this one, actually sourcing the models was the least important, because I've already got a lot, until we got to the point where I realized we didn't have Norfolk, and Robin went on this mad painting frenzy with a week to go because somebody insisted that we did have to have at least one unit with Norfolk's livery in. I don't know who would do that. I don't know.
I think I know who that was.
But when we did Gagovia, just what's the main point of the battle? The main point of the battle is the Romans assaulted the walls, but then had to retreat and do a fighting retreat. And then how do you work that into a game and make it entertaining for the people involved, rather than just, okay, now you've got to retreat. So actually adding in tension into the game.
Yeah, because you're notorious for putting curveballs into your game, shall we say? Other people might say being an evil bastard. So how do you get that right? And I'm going to use the cursed word of balance, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure everyone playing has a good game, has fun doing it. But how do you? Is it just stick it in the air and hope, or do you actually, how do you?
It's all based around the scenario. So in this game, the Lancastrians were meant to have the upper hand on the Yorkists. there are more Lancastrian commanders than there are Yorkist commanders. There's 4 against 3, but I just allowed the Yorkist divisions had 6 force points to spend. So before the game, I basically put a very basic list out about what people could bring. And there were some restrictions for the Lancastrians and some restrictions for the Yorkists. So, for example, there was no restriction on the amount of cavalry that Lancastrians could bring. I wanted to encourage them to bring cavalry, whereas for the Yorkists, they could only bring one unit of cavalry per division. However, they weren't limited on artillery. The only problem was that their artillery had to be deployed facing the wrong way, because that's what happens in the battle. So I approach it from the point you can do a nod to history, and you can. Like in this game, you bring that, there's multiple Lancastrian commanders, there's more divisions essentially under their control, and that they get the first turn and they outnumber the Yorkists. But yes, you do have to swing some things in the Yorkist defense, and that was partly so I took the idea, because Warwick had prepared defenses, they were just prepared looking the wrong way. But what he had done is scattered caltrops and nets around, and famously Andrew Trollope stood on one, and that's why he had to stop killing people. He allegedly apologized to Somerset and the king because he only managed to kill 15 people or something like that. So what we did was, and I didn't tell the Lancastrians this until they were deployed, and I basically announced to them once they were on the battlefield that if they tried to take out like more than one move, they would have to test, and if they rolled, they'd roll a dice on every move, and if they rolled a 1, that's it. Unit becomes disordered. They've got caught in the defenses. They're tripping over the caltrops. It didn't affect the Yorkists because they know where they are. I had to give a little bit of a, something to them. Likewise, you can drop things in with special events, but rather than having them as a certainty, I like people to roll for them. So at the end of it, it's like this, the Yorkists finding a bit of extra grit to hold out, or being able to get re-rolls. We change we house rule quite a bit because the table is so big, there's no way. And we're using Hail Caesar because I know it really well, and it's easy in this kind of atmosphere to play. It's not super complicated, and it's easy to house rule
Even
things.
if you've never played it, you can pick principle up very quickly.
Like I hope Steve did. I just don't know if he did.
I don't think he had much chance, really. He stood in front of a whole load of cavalry, lasted for
while he's still recovering,
and then died.
Probably. But so for example, with General's reroll, you're never going to get that in this game.
No.
You're never going to get it. He's never going to be able to pass it on. So at the start of the game, we say every single person had a chit, and they could use that for a reroll. The commander's reroll affects whether or not how many dice they roll for the timer. If they haven't, if they use the standard roll is 2d6. If they've got that a reroll, they can use they can save their reroll, not use it, and they can either roll 1 dice for the timer, 2 dice, or 3 dice, because that gives you some control. And at this point, obviously, the Lancastrians are wanting time to go slowly because they're trying to. Steve's still suffering the cat. Yeah, he probably is. They're trying to. The Lancastrians want the timer to go slowly because they need time to get the objectives, whereas the Yorkists want it to go quickly because they started in command. They had Henry. They had 15 victory points off the bat at the start of the game. They just got to hold on to them, so they want it to go quickly. So you've got that tension. So at that point, the disparity in the forces starts to not be as important because you've just got to be a bit more tactical about things and not just hurl yourself into it. Obviously, different games, different things. If I did Towton, Norfolk would probably start off the board. Now, I could have had Norfolk off the board in this game because he was probably a bit further north, but I didn't really want somebody just sitting around waiting to come on. So we deployed him, and he was just subject to the same sort of modifiers that the rest of the Yorkists were. But I think it worked. Realistically, I could have done with another 2 foot a table. I reckon 2 more foot, and it would have been perfect. No, it worked well, and everyone got into the spirit of it. And then it's the same with all the big games we've run. I just feel like you can make the scenario and the objectives more interesting, and then people will want to play. It doesn't matter if you're outnumbered or if balance, if that's what you want to call it, isn't there, because
I wasn't necessarily thinking from balance because as you say, the scenario can, but more from a point of view of keeping it fun for everybody that takes part. So that, like you say, you don't want a game where somebody's sitting around waiting halfway through the game to actually do anything. And it's a challenge with any demo or participation game, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, but then I did notice this amongst all the games is giving people some control over what they're bringing. Now Orders of Battle, unfortunately, the Orders of Battle for the Wars of the Roses, other than what commanders are around, is quite vague. So you just say to someone, you've got this much to spend. You can't bring this and you can't bring this. Otherwise, go nuts. So some people, Tony, for example, he only brought 4 units to the battle, 4 hardened, foot-slogging infantry units. He took veterans. Whereas I think Matt brought along 6 or 7 because he split into smaller units. So there is some balance in there. But then because a small unit awards the same number of victory points as a standard unit, a destroyed unit's a destroyed unit. At the end of the day, that's the kind of the risk you take. And it was fairly equal when it came to units killed up until when the commanders started dying. Up until that point, it was fairly level. And then the swing was that the Lancastrians bit by bit took the objectives. But we let the Yorkists do some things. So we let them put some archers in some buildings because there was some garrisons. So what we said was you can put some ammo counters on these buildings and they get to fire a couple of shots a turn until they run out of ammo or they're taken. And then that idea of the timer. I'm pretty sure we played 8 turns. Well, one side got 8 turns, one side got 7 turns because there is no set thing, is it? Do you remember that game we played? I think you got 9 and I got 8.
That's right. So we adapted that from Acton Panzer, didn't we?
That's my favourite thing about that game. I have John's just I have looked at the Polack source books and they're all right. There's some people who turn up at battles and they're dead in those books, which is fine because I had dead people at this one. I just didn't give them any rules. I just needed figures on the table. We had 2 Fitzwalters in 2 different divisions, and he was, so that was he wasn't dead at that point, but we did have some clones on the battlefield. But it worked really well, and I think people just engage, and also, because we were able to go off and get refreshments and get a snack or whatever and eat our pizzas, and we still finished. Well, the actual battle finished just before the raffle started. So we actually started playing the game, I think, at about 11, and we went through till 1. Had the pizzas. That kind of finished at 1:30, and then we went through till 3 o'clock. So the whole game was about 4.5 hours.
That's pretty good for that size of game. It really is very good.
So I am tempted to do another War of the Roses one next year, but then something like Siege of Antioch would be pretty cool. We've got a lot. We've got a lot of Normans. We've got a lot of. So I've got, and Robin's got a printer, and I've got the STL files for the wall for some walls. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, I mean that's it. I mean, I think the thing is you can't mimic history exactly. Sometimes it would be really boring. But if I think you can get around things, and also just I ask people as well. I say, what do you think? Can you keep something secret? Because you like to put. Like you say, I like to throw curveballs on the day. It's quite fun telling people that if they move, they're going to come unstuck. When someone goes to make a charge and then they stand on a cow trap and they can't. I think that was David. I think David down my end of the table, it all splits off into little personal grudge matches as well. You had I think it was Exeter against Norfolk and Suffolk, and then Norfolk split off a little bit to deal with Clifford. You had Clifford against Warwick. And then Clifford getting a bit involved with Somerset against Montague. That was pretty contained. And then down the other end, you just had the Fitzhugh and his levies trying to fight off Northumberland. So anyway, so I've babbled for a while, but that's I just really enjoy. I like the challenge of being able to make a snow. I'm sure you'll come across one that you're like, this isn't going to work, or this is gonna suck. But I think there's ways around.
At the end of the day, it is a challenge. It is a really interesting challenge, particularly for multiplayer games like that, to make it entertaining for everybody. Also make it entertaining for yourself, because if you're running a game, you want to have a laugh, even though you're not actually rolling dice. You want to see the stupid stuff that people get up to and the silly things that happen. But that was an immense game. Really, really good. Really, I mean, I have to say pretty much everything I walked around and saw, and I wasn't running a game this year, but I wanted to play loads of the games. I really did. I played a bit of Paul's Congo game, which was awesome. That was the one we showed earlier with the teddy bear fur. And I loved that. It was great fun. And I was feeling really smug about it as well. As I thought, I've got these rules. I know I have. And then I got home and realised I didn't have the rules. I had something very similar, not those rules. And it's out of print now. So now, anybody sees any Congo rules, let me know, because I would.
You could download it and send it to Docs Direct.
You can, yeah, and I might well do that actually. To be fair, but it's having all the cards as well. Mind you, I think you can get those as well, can't you? Downloaded. Anyway, we're gonna have to go. It was great fun. Although trying to convince some of the crew down the club to do skirmish games, there's always a challenge. But that was great fun. So I played that, and also played Assassins and Templars.
Oh, Ruckus,
yeah, Ruckus, which me and Steve teamed up as the Templars and basically had the snot kicked out of us, which was it was all going so well at one point. Steve was causing mayhem with his basically they'd come up with this scenario where half the Templars were on the table around a watering hole and half the Templars were back in a building, and they weren't allowed to activate until the assassins came out and had an attack, and then they sort of came out piecemeal, and Steve just laid into them like a madman. It was like he was going after putting tufts on people. It was just extraordinary. And by the time I charged out the building to come at him, the assassin suddenly turned and went, "Yeah, we've got these poison dagger things," and they killed him. And that was pretty much it. So poor old Steve died in a blaze of daggers. Poison daggers, but it was fun. It was good fun. What about you, Ken? You were losing the civil war for the Union, weren't you? From what I saw.
Yeah, I changed history, didn't I? Fucking hell, Jesus Christ! I can't believe that. Yeah, no, I played. Oh my God, the rule's going to come to me in a sec. I really want it. I really want them as well. That's it. Pickett's Charge. It was hosted by Red Steph. And it was bloody good, is all I can say. First time I've ever played the rule set, and I picked it up really quick, which I was surprised because I thought it would take me a while to pick it up, but no, it seemed quite straightforward. And there was a lot of manoeuvring and a lot of fun, but yeah, I really messed up. Yeah, I played Dan Sickles. Yeah, that's correct. Very, very true.
So it was the second day of Gettysburg, wasn't it?
It was second day of Gettysburg.
They had a massive table. It was very impressive looking, all with epic figures.
Yeah, it was huge. It was really good. And yeah, the battle kind of played out quite well, apart from the centre, which I was in control.
You were in control of.
Yeah, it started off really well. Really well. I was rolling really well. And I was letting Johnny Reb have it, and then all of a sudden, the dice gods didn't favour me anymore, and basically the centre collapsed, fell right back in. I'm the perfect answer. Thank you very much. Yeah, and the centre collapsed right in. We ended the game, but I wasn't defeated. I would say I was. None of my brigades were off the table, so I was still holding.
You were. This is like Montague in our game. It's like I'm not dis, but you're in the church and surrounded. Like you're not coming out of it.
There was the opportunity for on my left flank to be. I was getting reinforced slowly. We did have another corps that weren't being used. I would just point that out. In the battle, we did have another corps. So if that other corps was there, obviously they would have been reinforcing me. And Johnny Reb definitely wouldn't stand a chance. He would have been pushed back. But I started off on the aggressive sort of foot. I thought, instead of letting them come to me, I'll go to them and try and hold some key positions. And it worked out quite well, but like I say, my dice rolling then just became poor. I think if my dice rolling was average, I think it would have been a bit better, but it just became so poor. Yeah. But yes, Sorry, I changed the course of history. Apologies. Again.
It did look very impressive, though. I have to say,
The terrain was really cool.
Yeah,
There's a load of 3D printed fences. They were really cool. So one thing about these rules is, if you go over the fence, you have to roll to see if you go over disordered or not, or unformed. Sorry, unformed, I should say. If you go over on a 3, you actually knock the fence out of the way. So units that follow up haven't got to take that test. So I quite like that, to be fair. I thought that was quite a cool little rule. So you could kind of make little paths and what's this? Do you have both legs? If so, you did better than. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
You were able to walk off the field, so I guess that's a.
Yes. I was. I had to walk off in shame, but I did walk.
Brilliant.
But yeah, no, it was really good.
Did you have to deal with Jono's Canadian dice? Was that?
No, thank Christ for that. Jeez, Louise. I'll tell you what, right? Jono wasn't. I wasn't playing Jono. Steve Harbour. And I said to Jono, because I saw it was on Johnny Reb side, and I went, "You using those Canadian dice, Jono?" And he went, "Yeah." I went, I just went, "Oh, we're done. It's just like mate.
I did say to Steph, I said, are you sure you're allowed to use Canadian dice?
Yeah, you sure? Yeah, you sure? You should just. I'd have preferred spherical dice, to be honest with you.
It was an awesome game. The guys put on a brilliant job, and poor old Alid was supposed to come along with quite a large number of troops and had to drop out on the day because he wasn't very well. But they managed to modified. Mind you, God knows where those figures would have gone on that table. That table,
I don't know.
Absolutely
crammed. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
No idea. It would have. I just feel sorry for Alex. He painted so bloody much.
No. He's going to have to
run
another one next year, isn't he? He's going to. But it was So Dave Brown came along and Christopher Brown, and Dave was very, very kind to let everyone play with the new Pickett's Charge rules. I think version 2, which actually won't see the light of day for a little while, but they're still they're well advanced on play testing. But it seemed to play out remarkably well. I don't know how many players there were on that game. Ken, was it about 4 aside, 5 aside, something like
4
that?
4 or 5 aside, yeah. I want to say 4. I want to say 4, but possibly 5. But it did play very well, and I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. 10, yes.
It was 10, right? Okie
Jesus, yeah. 10 total.
Steph says it needs another 6 foot of table. I think next year it sounds like it'll be Martin and Steph will run the entire Crackcon. That will be just 2 games, the entire building. That will be that.
So we do, yeah. Me and Steph were chatting. We were coming up with we were in sort of, over breakfast the next day, so we had some multiple options. We were like Sekigahara. But that battlefield is kind of like a bowl. It's not like a long battlefield. It's actually you need less because they keep sending armies in to different camps. Or we just make everyone do the Great Northern War and we do Poltava. But for that, you need one table that's got all these redoubts on it that people are assaulting, and then you get the Swedish that go through, and then they have like an actual kind of formed battle behind it. So it could be fun. Or we just have to find we have to find something. But see, the thing is, now I've got all this terrain. I'm looking at this like, I don't know, maybe we should all go 100 Years War, Siege of Cressy, something like that. You know.
Well, we need to start something completely new, don't we? Obviously.
Oh, absolutely. That's why. That's what I was looking at. Like, oh God, could you
gazebo in the car park? Yeah, that has been.
Well, we did talk about it. We have talked about it. We surely should say before we forget as well that obviously Haley, Jill, and Tans, my friend who sort of checked everyone in and sold the raffle tickets and essentially looked after us because they did. Incapable children, basically. Deserve a massive thank you.
Absolutely.
We couldn't do it without them, and of course to everyone who donated to the raffle, and then all the companies that sent all the stuff in. So I'm not going to name them all. In mine and Dom's videos, you can see all the list. But a huge thank you to everyone who sent that, and of course everybody who donated prizes as well. had people who sent me stuff. A couple of people came over and gave me stuff to bring. I know Dom, you're the same. This was every year we panic a bit about the raffle. And do you remember the first year? The raffle was actually just sort of a throwaway thing because we'd just been sent stuff. We'd just been sent stuff. I can't even remember why we were sent it. But in the end, we were going to just. I think we were just going to give prizes out, but we got sent so much. We're like, oh, let's raffle it.
That's right.
But Dom, you made the donation today, didn't you?
Yeah, so I paid the donation into the brain cancer charity the other day. £2,000.
£2 grand.
That's our biggest one.
It's by far our biggest amount.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
How much? We must be getting up towards 10k raised. We must be. In terms of over the years.
It's 6 Crackcons, isn't it? We didn't.
6, 5,
yeah, probably not
must
quite
be over 5. We've done over 5.
Oh, easy.
Okay.
Definitely over 5.
Yeah. If you average
around 6, I'll have to toss it up.
6 and a half, something like that.
Yeah, and you say as well that a big portion, you had all the brilliant people who bought raffle tickets, and Haley and Jill were selling them in the pub the night before because they definitely locked onto the fact that that's a good place to sell tickets.
That's the time to get the people to pass their money out
when people can't get away. That was phenomenal. And then on the day, because Haley bought like 5,000 raffle tickets, I still have to go and get more. So this year she goes, how many should I get? I said, just buy 10,000. Just buy 10,000. If you got them, you can sell them. It was brilliant. But also a sizable chunk of the money that we raised came through the t-shirts and the dice. And we've never sold that many t-shirts. I think we sold over 26 shirts, something like that. And that was amazing. And the pink tickets. Alex, your reaction to Haley after that? Alex at the end. I'm going to swear now. Alex at the end went up to Haley. Said he went, forget these dicks. I think he said, or forget this lot. Forget these idiots. We all know it's all yours. Although you can take you can take those fucking pink raffle tickets and throw them in the bin. I believe it was really bad. It was so funny. It was great. Not one.
Not one came up. No,
not one. But it was amazing. And yes, of course. And also, I know he's on holiday at the moment, but a big thank you to Mr. Paul Hicks for his star.
Oh, indeed.
Having a miniature sculpted. I've got the contact details, so I will get the winner of those. I've got Paul's.
Yeah, for those who weren't there, Mr. Hicks contacted us and said, or Martin, and said, would it be interesting? Like it wouldn't be. If I gave a prize of whoever wins to have a 28mm figure sculpted, any design they want for themselves,
one-off just for them, just for them.
What?
Yes.
Funny enough, we were all allowed to win that one this year.
That was the one we
We won nothing.
I won nothing at all.
No. We won.
Says it's rigged.
No, we won nothing.
Although we had to take anything off Ken, it was absolutely nothing.
No, so obviously, Ian Gay, Boards and Swords themselves contributed some awesome prizes, including the whole the Masters of the Universe game, and it was just
Don and Rafferty in the US sent some. They bought some figures through Ian, so that were a couple of boxes which went up on the thing. So I mean, there were so many people donating, so it's disingenuous to pick out.
Steph said, "Do we know what the figure will be?" No, we have said it's a condition of the prize that whatever the figure is has to be shared. But to be fair, we were saying that would make a really good topic for one of the podcasts. What would you get? Made?
What would you get done?
What would you get made? Would it be?
I have to say that was a big discussion in the pub on the Friday night about what would you do if you won. I was really struggling to know which one I would go for. I mean, obviously
there was a stipulation as well of no Prussian landwehr on the March invasion.
I think Steve's response was anything with a big cod piece was what he was thinking what he went for. But so awesome job. Really, really pleased, and it was fabulous to give so much money. So, well, let's should we do the news while we're here? We can talk about the merch if anybody
as
wants
part
to
of the
send
news.
it, as part of the news, and then we'll come back and talk about some of the other games and maybe get some tips from people about what they what they want to do, what they've had in other events and what have you that we might be able to use as inspiration for our own.
Good idea.
Thing. So.
Good idea.
All right. I'm not going to do the news music because it annoys the hell out of everybody. Martin, what have you seen? Anything exciting?
Sorry, I was just reading the some stuff on the Richard III Society. Hang on a second. It just popped up. Right.
That is at the moment, given the
it's all kicking off.
It's all kicked off again.
It's all kicked off. Right. So what did I see? So Spectre Operations, right?
Oh yeah.
A game that I feel like we're all interested in, but none of us have the balls to buy for some reason. The modern, near modern, slightly techie, looks very cool. And they kind of released that new, or they've got this game coming out, which is so you can use their rules through history.
Yeah.
And they've released another set. Now, since it's Halloween, they've released Outbreak. Spectre Outbreak. Zombies, but they have supported this with mini releases. Now, their minis are always really nice looking, and this is no different. Now, I believe this is up for pre-order. You can go to their website and find out a little bit more info, but look at these. So this is their task force zombies. Now, obviously, these are just zombified versions of stuff I think they already make. But those are cool. I like those. Those look like they're going to be fast zombies. Check these ones out. These just generic. There's one in a hoodie.
Yeah. The hoodie one's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Really cool. Look at these. These are Task Force Survivors. There's just something a bit, there's just something quite cool about them. And then look.
Like that.
Outbreaks. So maybe again, this is kind of the game you could put on at a con, isn't it? You might not want to get the whole thing, but you could put on you got to hold them off as long as you can, type thing.
What is the price? What's the prices?
They're not VAT. Well, I can't actually remember. I don't think they're a case of how much. I think it's more of a. It's not. I don't know. I don't know. I probably should have looked that up. That would have been helpful. I think the other rule. I know the starter set in that. I don't think it's astronomical. I'll have a look.
It does look fun, actually. To be fair,
next up. We were on. This was announced on the Friday night while we were in the pub. I'm going to share it on here, although I'm sure most people are aware. Is that Victrix had put up this picture of a mounted figure and sort of blurred out the face. Everyone was like, "Oh, what's he going to do? What are they going to do?" And everyone went nuts trying to guess. And then they confirmed that they're doing Caesar's Legions, and they've got this pack looks awesome. So you're going to get basically a whole load of Caesarian, basically Marian Romans. You're going to get the command squad, and you get a general who can either be made as like a generic Roman commander, or he can be made as Caesar, Pompey, or Mark Antony. And they've based the sculpts on the sculpture of the actual statues of these people, which is awesome. And they are class, and they look great. They're just nice to see them in those slightly more dynamic poses. I mean, I love these. I can't wait. These are meant to be coming out in the new year. Hopefully, we're going to see some plastic like Scorpios or Onager. They've already got the ghouls. Maybe we could get a plastic Vercingetorix. That would be cool. But then there's another thing for next year. If enough people buy this, could we do Pompey versus Caesar?
Again, oh no, too many Romans. God damn.
All the Romans. You can have some Gallic. They all both had Gallic cavalry, didn't they? Oh, Caesar had Gallic cavalry. Did Pompey have
at least they're all dying, I suppose. That's something. Yeah, that's true.
Wow. So in other news, Stronghold Terrain. Now, Stronghold Terrain make have really nice figures. Now they're based out in Germany, and I believe this is to do with their Saga tournament that they hold over there. They got Marcos of Reconquered Designs to sculpt Joan of Arc.
That's cool.
Oh wow!
and yeah, so if you've got the molded banner, now this is her, I believe, this is her after, like, she's got all the bandages on her and she's, you know, wounded. She's recovering from her wounds. Here's a painter, and look at that banner, because he's done such an amazing job on that. Yeah, I just thought that was pretty cool. That would be an awesome centerpiece.
Very cool.
For an army, really nice. Lovely. I've had stuff from Stronghold Terrain before. They've got some really nice figures. I have my Normans with double-handed weapons and with swords and that, which I use. Just wanted them as sort of like at the front of units. They're from there. Took a little while to get here, but you know.
Yeah, they come from Germany, don't they? I think.
Yeah.
Is it German? Yeah.
I've
got a few in my collections of things.
What about Asterix? Asterix was in our game last year, wasn't he, Dom?
He was.
Yeah. He was there. Asterix was there, and there was an event where Obelix could lob a menhir. I mean, yeah, Joan of Arc. There's another rabbit hole. Matt, easiest command base ever. Melt a bit of sprue. Oh god, have you seen that? Did you see that post from? I don't know which cathedral it was in France. Did you see that post? That person.
No.
So there's a statue of Joan of Arc in this cathedral, obviously like the Canon's version, and I'm assuming I want this to be true, and this is awful, but they put a fire extinguisher on it. In other news, this was a bit of a random one. Warbases have acquired the mini range from Manchester Militum.
Yes.
And they're now currently going through all the molds, because some of these ranges, I know people have been. Oh, you did it as well.
There you go.
Yeah. So they went down there, and I don't think they could have made a further journey, like gone further if they tried.
All their 28 mil range. In fact,
yeah.
I saw some comments on their post, and someone said, "Did they have something?" And they said, "We have no idea. We've got so many molds. It's going to take us a good while to go through them all." So
how cool is that?
Yeah. Just extraordinary.
But it's so nice to see them expand, because you know it's a great, like, Magister Militum. I got some of their stuff, so it's not, you know, but it is hard to get hold of, or I've always found it hard to get hold of, and the Warbases guys are just sound, so they're going to look after that. They will definitely look after it. Look at that, and if not, we get Glenn on here.
Yeah. Glenn, what have you done?
And then finally, something Warhammer related that I was really happy about. I'm not going to buy it, but they what?
No, I just love it. I'm really happy, but not going to buy it.
They've got new Chaos Marauders. Thank Christ. And I think these actually look really cool. I really like it. First of all, they're more clothed, and they've got the stupid, like, just silly. I wasn't a fan of the original. I really like these. So these are the new Chaos Marauders, or I don't know what you call them now. Slaves to Die. I don't know what they are. But I really like them, and especially the mounted ones. I really like these models. If I was doing something fantasy, I could see myself using these. But they're available now to pre-order, and also so is the battle tome, or the Arcane Journal. Sorry. The Raising of the Westland. So I think that came a little bit out of the blue for people. I do keep track of what's going on. I like to see, and I was really impressed with these. They're really cool. And I think people do a really, really good paint job on those. But yeah, that's generally what I saw. What did you see? I know you picked up. So I like it. That's your takeaway. Big horses. Big horses, not like the triple-headed flail.
No, there you go. Big horses. Steph likes big horses. Yeah, interesting. People are commenting about this, just the 28 mil range that Warbases are taking over. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure what's happened to their 15s. Alex points out the 15 mil, the Polarix fit in really well with the Epic. Yeah, because they're proper small 15, the old school 15 mil. I've got a load of them because they do work really well with it.
Glenn says he thinks they're still up for sale.
Okay.
Come on, we rate whip round.
Okay.
PCP.
Alex will do it. He's a man of money. He knows. He's
a man of money.
That's interesting. They're still up for sale. That is interesting. Okay. Right. Other things. What I saw. It's been quite a lot, actually. To be fair, our friends at
yes, yes.
So there's a load of scenery stuff that they're working on at the moment. So the feasting table is one. A furnace. Campfire. With stew, don't forget the stew, and marketplace. What else we got here? Beehive and chicken basket, chicken in a basket, barrel sacks and bread basket. So basically, lots of train clutter for playing pillage or any other medieval Dark Age skirmish game.
There's a lot coming for this, I think.
They are really going for it, aren't they? On the support for this game.
Really, it's been huge. It's been big, and they've already had like a free supplement out. I know there's more supplements on the way. People are really engaging with it. We're having a game next week with some sort of custom rules that we've worked, and I think it's good because I think it's a gateway game for people. I've seen a lot of people stepping into it as their first. Oh no, I did see one comment. I had a comment on a video that said this is too historical. I was like, what are you talking? This is too historical.
Dear.
Like, Jesus, don't go and watch any of my other videos. This is too historical. Hang on. I'm going to send you some video. I'll send you to some chat. But no, on the other side of things, no. I think people are viewing this as a good gateway game, and then they're going to scale up.
They can just call it factions, and then it's not that historical, isn't it? There you go. Just go with that.
It is called factions in the rulebook.
I know it is.
That's a translation, though. That's a translation thing. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, we'll believe him. Also, this game come up, which is an interesting one. Kickstarter for Caveman game. How about that?
Not that. I hate that word. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Again now. Caveman. Just because it annoys Martin.
Yeah. That just makes me happy.
Go on,
Martin. Why do you hate Caveman? Why do you hate it?
Go for it. No, it's all right. Carry on.
Go on.
Yeah, carry on.
Go on.
It's okay.
All right. So if you're interested in annoying Martin by doing Caveman, then there you go. Our friends at Flags of War also has a whole new selection of Jacobean figures out, which look fantastic as well. Really, really good. So you've got Highland Command here. You've got some cavalry. I do like the fact these guys do look like they've been on the Balsan and the red wine.
Yeah.
They look very portly gentlemen. Very nice, very good figures. Some dismounted command there. What else we got here? Lots of different options. Some lowland skirmishers, and you could use these in. I guess you could use them in pretty much any kind of period games from the sort of late 18th century or so. A couple of commander figures, some more cavalry. Oh, it's a French cavalry command. Very good. What else we got here? Some skirmishing Highlanders. No, there's different ones. We'll move on to those. So anyway, lots of good. Oh, there's some Jacobine. I like that one. James Drummond. So lots of really nice figures he's got coming out. And I know it's a passion project for Ian, isn't it? The whole Jacobean period. Yeah. So really cool to see those figures hitting the streets. As I just previewed, Eureka have some new 18mm American War of Independence figures. So that's their Continentals. There's a range of different options there, but all at 18mm. So they're not going to fit within the new Epic ones, but if you're into it, they'll be a very suitable figure. Eureka do some lovely figures. I know we sort of occasionally feature them, but they do some really interesting stuff. So, and then I know James put on a game of Nam at Crackcon. Yeah. But there's a whole load more from Gringo talking about passion project. They are really into everything to do with the Vietnam conflict. So these are Australian Vietnam infantry available now, and really, really good. Look fantastic. So So I think that's it in terms of new. Oh no, one other thing I saw. This was more for Steve, but he's not here, so we'll have to show them off. So what about some? I actually know. We'll say this is for Alex because I know how he likes Trench Crusade games. New box set of Prussian Strup's warband, and yeah. Exactly.
So the models. So these are hard plastic, and I think who makes it? Archon Studios, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Archon Studios. Yeah,
sure, they're very well made.
I'll tell you what, though, that one on the left-hand side with the wings, that could be a Fallen Dark Angel.
They all could be various. So you got this.
That is cool.
You're right.
I do like that. I do like that.
That's it. I can butcher any language. So yeah. So there you go. Interesting.
It's interesting. It must be so. They're producing figures like actually, tailor made for
for the game
for Trench Crusade. It must be doing one, and I know it's picking up a lot of disillusioned GW players. Yeah. There we go. That's my takeaway on
that's
it.
Your considered opinion on the whole subject.
I tried after Steve talked about it. I went away and watched it, and then watched some lore, alternative history, and then just decided it was essentially Hellraiser for cowards. And like it's just like Garth. It's just like someone let Garth Ennis loose with a dice and a pencil on some rules. And I'm sure I think I get it. I've seen that, but horror gaming, I don't or settings on horror gaming isn't something new. But I still haven't watched a battle report. I tried to watch a couple of games, but I couldn't. I couldn't work out what the hell was going on. I just, I think we could just forget. You like the first Crusade, Martin? Surely you'll be into the 1,100th and first Crusade. Yeah,
good point. No, well, it is what it is. It hits a spot for some people.
There we go. Yep, Trench Crusade Hellraiser for cowards.
Hellraiser for cowards, very good. They can use that as strapline. Anything, Ken, you've seen that is worth including at this stage?
No.
Nah. That's cool. Thought I'd ask. In terms of merch, Martin, so how are we going to handle this?
So basically, because I've had a whole bunch of emails now, we absolutely can do a second run. We would just need people to send over an email with what they want in much the same way as we did for the sale at Crackcon. Now, people really have a choice. Now, I'd kind of leave this up to people. We can either produce the t-shirts with the To Hell and Crack logo on the back, which we all love, the helmet with that thing on it, this one. And it does on the back of it, so that has To Hell and Crack on the front, and on the back it does say Crackcon 6, 18th of October. We could obviously take the date off if you'd rather not have that, or we can change it. So this is the t-shirt as it stands. So we can just remove the date on the back of it. They would still be the same price. I don't know what people want. We did try to run a hoodie, which Haley was wearing a prototype of, which people seem quite taken with, so we can make those available. As it stands at the minute, we will still honor the combo deals that we do. However, this will come with a bit of postage and packaging if people want to take part. Now, I've already had 3 or 4 people ask and request t-shirts and that. So if you're interested, just email theplasticcrackpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you would like. The t-shirt, what size you want it in, and what color you want it in. Now there you go. There's all of the stuff. We can still get the dice. I can tell you, looking at David's dice rolling, that they roll very well from the day. Every now and then he'd pull out the very first dice, the one that you can't really read the logo because we used the the very original one. And that just kept rolling sixes. Just kept rolling sixes. You just get that one, and there aren't. Do you remember there aren't multiples of those? There was only one per person there. They're like
that's right. We didn't do.
Ones. So that was his. When I need a 6, he got that dice out. So yes, if people would like the merch, it's going to be available. Just give us.
Obviously, we'll have to include some postage in it, won't we?
Yeah, I think the postage, obviously, if it's in the UK, is probably going to be between £3 and £4, depending on what you order. And then if you're abroad, it's probably going to be essentially double that. But yeah, let us know. I'll put a post up in the group if you're interested. But yeah, or I'll put up a thing first of all. If you want a different T-shirt design because you weren't at Crackcon, we completely understand if you don't want it to say Crackcon on it. But we like our to hell and back, to hell and crack even thing, so we can just lose that. So we're happy to be led by the community a little bit. Let us know what you're thinking.
Brilliant, fabulous. So let us know. As you say, use the plasticcrack@gmail.com email address and let us know if you're interested in what you want and what have you. Reminder: all this money will go to charity. We may just keep it for next year's charity, whatever that may be, but definitely will be. All the proceeds will go to charity. Right, cracky. We're only half an hour left. We've talked a load of rubbish about this. Yeah, been going on for ages. So other games, because it seems disingenuous to focus on just those few games that we have already. What games caught your eye, Ken? Apart from the one you were in?
Oh, the War of the Worlds one upstairs. That was so cool. I was fascinated, absolutely fascinated by it. It's a simple set of rules, like 4 or 5 pages, and it just looks so fun. just the scenery and everything. So I had the task before they started the game of placing somewhere on the table inside a building, like a group of scientists. They had to be found and get on off the board, and neither player had any idea where I put them. So I just stuck them in a house. They were expecting me to put them in a pub or something like that, so that's where they were checking first and trying to defend. But no, I just stuck them in a random house. I thought, no, I'll throw a curveball in there. But just the overall, just looking at the game itself and just looking how much the guys really enjoyed playing it. Just made you sort of want to drag you into it. Those
were Nick wrote those rules himself, I believe.
I know. I know. It's really cool. And they're 3D printed. Take another drink. The 3D printed. Oh my god, walkers. What are they called?
Martian things.
Yeah, the Martian walkers. They're so cool. So cool.
We gave up on the 3D print thing, don't you?
No, I've been gone a long time, mate.
Yeah, no. We had to give up because we all ended up buying 3D print. We all own.
So let me just get this right. Let me just enjoy this for a few seconds. You followed in my footsteps.
Yeah, you were a trailblazer. If you want us, you were a trailblazer.
I was the I was the one saying 3D printing's going to take.
We are your minions.
Oh no! Metal minis and the plastic will always be around, which I agree, but. You all got into 3D. I'm ecstatic. That's made my week.
Yeah, but we do still drink. It's just every time Steve talks about Space Weirdos.
Yeah, space. Oh my god, yeah, he loves Space Weirdos, doesn't he? He does. Yeah, he mentioned it several times at Crackcon. Several times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah, by the way, so this thing. Sorry, I don't interrupt you. So when I went to Miniature Kingdoms today. I saw Lee very quickly, and he was saying, "Oh, you're doing something. You're all doing something with Qua, aren't you? Like at Christmas." So that's now actually a thing. So our Christmas episode. So Ken, you've just got to get hold of just a sprue of Qua. Okay, just get them online. Spend a couple of quid, and on the Christmas episode, when we have a drink, although you stupidly drank yours already, you fool. Sam, he's already drunk your drink.
It was like petrol.
we've got Ken's now got to go and buy an equally strong drink on Christmas, and the Christmas episode will be Quamageddon, and we're gonna try and stick together and paint these things on Christmas while we're having a drink and see what happens. Okay.
Oh my god.
So that's a Christmas episode sorted. And if you want, James will do the bingo at the same time.
Jeez.
I tell you what, that can, that's strong. Very, very. The other the bottle. Have you guys drunk the bottle yet?
I haven't drunk any of them. We're not supposed to drink.
Oh,
them.
he said. He said you could drink the bottle. I thought he said you could drink the bottle. He said the bottle was
actually,
nice.
To be fair, he could drink the bottle.
The bottle he said was nice, and the bottle was nice. The bottle.
I'm keeping him for Christmas. He's given me another bottle as well, as a sort of because he was in our game, Sam. And it was he sort of put together like a bottle that was a thank you to share with Robin, for putting on the game. It's clay. The bottle is. I'm scared of it. It's black. It's
made of clay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, that's because the alcohol would eat away too.
I'm a bit terrified of it, to be honest.
Oh dear. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's our challenge for Christmas. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. So, by the way, James. Sorry. Yeah, I've just out. Sorry, James. We want you to do the bingo again. Sorry, I know I've just sort of dropped you in it again.
Oh God. So do that. Yeah. That War of the Worlds game was awesome. Nick put that on, and it was just fantastic to look at. I really 100%. Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the look of it. And as you say, the zone rule set was the way they worked. The other one I was very impressed with. Well, to be honest, it's difficult to pick out any of them because they're all fantastic. But I'd like Mark's World War I trench game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was cool as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
To the green fields and beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were bigger scale, weren't they?
54 mil.
54.
Yeah. So that's a board.
So good.
I think he said it hadn't seen daylight for a while. And of course he had Alex over to help him run it. I think what was strapman for it? It was to the green fields and beyond brackets and goblins on the western front or something.
Something like that. That was impressive. Very, very impressive game. Of course, we also had Gary putting on his normal GDA 2 game. This time he was doing Aspen Ensling, which was fantastic, really good. He's had to scale it down because he always wants more space than we can give him, but it did look good. I still think, whatever anybody else says, there's nothing better than a massed Napoleonic game. Just always looks fantastic.
Does look good.
Really, really good. We had a couple of very good smaller games. Matt put in his Mortheim one.
The hanging tree was so cool.
Hanging tree.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the hanging tree.
But he named all the people after us. We had my favourite, because he had Dom and Thrice Rackmite, although my favourite one was Bleak James. The frugal one, yes.
Oh, geez.
The Lily Banner game upstairs as well, which
that was a cracker.
The models were really cool.
Yeah. Mark and Rich are trying to rope me into doing that period, and I kept having to walk away and say, "Nope, not doing it."
Well, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you to do it. I'll just send you.
Everybody's trying.
I'll just send you all the great Northern War files you want, Dom. Just saying. I've got them all. You got a printer. You could just have production line those things.
Streamline. Yeah, no.
You only need about 10 units. It's all good.
Well, I don't. They sound like
already there.
Their battle that they did. They're now going to make it even bigger for next time. So,
but I love that because they were when we did the thing in March, the gaming day in March that Paul and sorted out, where we just met up for some games. They were trialing it, and they had 4 or 5 units each, and then you come along to this one, and they're up to 15 each. And then next year, it's like we're gonna get it. Orgrim will happen. We're gonna get there, and that's awesome. But you see, everyone wants you to. Everyone wants you to. Why don't you do the? I said to you, why don't you do the Ottomans?
Take your weekend.
The weapons of the Ottomans didn't change that much in that period of time. Why don't you just field the Ottomans for the Great Northern War?
Lionheart's got it. Lionheartt's got it straight spot on.
Exactly.
That's a nice word for Tom.
Exactly, because you know what happened? He'll do 10 units of that, and then he'll find something he likes about another army, and then he'll be
exactly. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly why I'm not doing it.
Oh, I'm going to do 10 units of Swedes.
You know me too well.
Yeah.
I'll find some obscure
thing,
and I'll end up building every frigging army they had, every unit they had in there. Anyway, moving on. So that was fantastic. I mentioned Paul's Congo game, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Tim and Aaron put on what a tanker World War II game, which I felt bad for them because they didn't get that many players initially.
Unfortunately, we had a couple of people who had to drop out for health reasons, and then on the day we had another 5 dropouts. So we didn't have, I don't think, as many roving gamers this year as we've had in previous years, which was a shame. But we're hopefully going to address that the next time around by essentially just selling more tickets. So so I don't think we'll have a problem selling them at all.
And then obviously Mike Peters, he put on the Ruckus game we were talking about earlier, which was very impressive looking, and that was busy pretty much all day, I think. And my mates Nick and Ian and Harry put on a bolt action World War II early war game, which seemed there was a young chap, I don't know what his name was, got involved in that game, and that went on longer than the whole flipping Second World War. I think that game, it went on from I think they were still finishing it just as everyone was packing up to leave. That went on forever, that game. But anyway, they looked like they were having fun. James's NAM game was very popular as well. And the one that I don't know about you guys, Eye Candy was James's Over My Dead Body, the Midgard Trojan.
The Trojan War. Oh. Yeah.
It was very nice.
Wowzer.
No, it was beautiful. No, it looked very cool. We do need to say a thank you as well to Dan Collister for running the painting competition, which there was some outstanding work that was in that, and he doesn't just because he has like he has some sort of independent adjudicators that he sends some stuff to as well, and we have no input in this whatsoever. No. So but the level of what people were putting on, and it was just awesome. There was everything from custom made mummoks for Lord of the Rings that Mike had put in that were like converted Victrix ones with all like hand painted flags. There was that awesome unit that Ben Mallet had put in where you had like the knight charging and skewering someone. You had sort of vignettes. You had Napoleonic regiments. It was cool. It was really nice. So there were more entries than last year. So we just we want to keep seeing that. So amazing that stuff. Was so cool. That was so cool.
Yeah, I love that. Really good. So not only am I getting pushed into this, but it looks like Ken is as well. Don says it's an excellent period for you to get into, Ken. Buy and paint an army and then sell it on the internet. There you go.
Standard.
That's what he does with every army, to be honest. I'm not slowly. Well, I might be slowly buckling, but we'll see. No, not going to do it.
I'll just Dropbox you the files and just.
Yeah, fair enough. Apparently Danes, because James needs a reinforcements. Danes would be a bit different, aren't they? No, stop it. Anyway, right. So I thought, as you say, the best, probably one of the best. I still think Crackcon one was the tops because
I don't think we can compare that to anything though.
But if you part one out the way, I think it's probably the best of all of them so far. Certainly in terms of games and standard. So reminder, we will be coming up with a theme for next year. It will be around October time next year, again at Boards and Swords, and in due course we'll put a little post up or talk about it on here about if anybody wants to put forward a game that they want to put on. We'll do what we did last time and try and get a nice spread. That was so much. We had so many different
that word. We're always adapting the way we do things, and we'll continue to do that. So it'll probably still go down the Facebook route. First of all, we'll open it up to people to email us for games. We'll pick and choose. Well, not say pick and choose. We'll go through the games and either say, why don't you two get together and make one big game, or we've already got this game, but you did a really good. Could you do this one? And then we'll open it up to people. We'll do the initial sort of booking thing through Facebook, and then it'll probably get centralized a bit, and we might just need a little bit more info out of people, but that would be very cool to do. Basically, Don, you've got the Imperialists, you've got the Danes, you've got the Ottomans. You could do the Russians, the Prussians.
I'm muting him because he's going on and on and on. Anyway, moving on.
I was wondering when you were going to do that.
We've always muted Ken more than him, but anyway, I yeah, we'll see. Benjamin's talking about doing a giant epic ancient game at Crackcon 7. You could get some takers on that one. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Interesting option. Anyway, yeah, I mean, fantastic show. So as we said, we'll get all the details for next year in due course and give people plenty of time But if you want to start thinking about games you want to put on, have a think. Put your heads together. I think they work really well when multiple people come together and put them on, a bit like Steph and Alid were doing with the Gettysburg game and some of the others. Just everyone coming together and just putting units together, making it really, really good. Maybe I could ask ChatGTP. I'm leaving that with you. I'm leaving that.
What he could be.
Yeah. So anyway, right. So lessons learned. I mean, we haven't really got much time to go through this. I don't know whether there's anyone who made any interesting comments. Oh, apparently it was James that left the celebrations. And he didn't think it'd be so hard to get people to eat them, as he actually left them in the shop. How bizarre. It's a challenge for you, Ken, from Don. He says, I can't wait to see Ken trying to get a refund in Milwaukee.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, there you go. John says Crackcon comes across more like a US show. I don't know about Adepticon, but the cons near me don't have general public coming in, so the show is for gamers by gamers. Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, we do get a couple of people come in.
They look at us like, what the freaking hell's going on here today?
They're coming in to buy their cards or whatever they're doing. I don't know what they do, all that weird shit.
So you can't say nothing. You played weird shit.
What do you mean I didn't play weird shit?
Yes, you did.
Congo isn't weird shit. That's historical, Ken. Historical. Yeah, that was. So it is very much like that. It's very much just us playing. I was going to say us playing with ourselves, but you know what I mean.
Oh dear.
Old School said, just had our 4-day con that same weekend. Great games, but the flea market, bring and buy, is the highlight. Bought loads of old books and lead and plastic. Yeah. Actually, we should do it. We should do, as well as the raffle, we should do a flea market, a bring and buy sale, because then Ken can buy all the rubbish from everybody. It'd be perfect.
You're just being next year's raffle.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. That would work really well. Yes. Oh, James has got a spare set of Congo rules and cards. Drop me a line. Yeah, I'm interested. Thank you. I will drop you a line. I would love that. I really enjoyed that game more than I have in a long time. That was fantastic fun. So I don't know, guys. What do you reckon next time? What can we learn? What do we need to do next time? Let's.
Where else?
I mean, more. I think.
Stop worrying that people aren't going to come.
Yeah, stop worrying about whether people.
Stop worrying that we're not going to have enough stuff. We've got some things, obviously, because we'll have a chat. There's always stuff you can learn. There's always some things that you could do. This time we had more time to set up, which was ace. That was much better because we were in there earlier, so we were able to set up. That was probably one of the big things. I don't really know. There's stuff obviously between ourselves, but in terms of the game, I think that it ran probably smoother than any of the other ones have run.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if anyone has any feedback, just email it.
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to know if anybody was there. And
yeah, if you annoy us, we'll just tell you. It's fine. At the end of the day, we are just gamers, and we want a game. We want to put on games. So and that's it. So we want to have as much fun as you guys do. So that's the main thing. Yeah, I've already got ideas for next year. I've already sent Dom a couple of things. I had some ideas. Well, I was sitting there looking at things, and the name thing just sort of. We won't tell Ken because he'll tell everybody. So we only tell Ken 3 months before the event.
as the
still
brains
say,
trust.
I still say crackalackalicious, and
that is why you will still never have the password to the Crackcon stuff.
Exactly. Right. Well, we're coming towards the end, so let's do some viewers' pictures. So,
just to say one thing. Sorry, we mentioned the painting competition.
Oh yeah.
If you want to go, if you haven't had a chance to look at the photos, Dan posted them. I will pin the post to the featured tab. Please go and have a look at them. If you weren't at Crackcon, go and check it out. What other people in the group are doing, because it is phenomenal. It really, really was. And yeah, I think it should be encouraged. So I'll go and pin that post. In fact, I'll do it right now while we have a look at this painting. Yes, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. So.
A suggestion from Nick said, just a thought, name tags for everybody, optional, so I can put names to faces from the group.
Or just put your YouTube names, please.
Whatever you use
whatever you use on here. Because that's the main thing. It's the one thing every single year, and it's so nice meeting people. But they have to. Someone will come up to us, for example, and say, "I've never been before. Hi, my name is Sam."
John.
And they sit there and who are you? Like, oh, my name is, Shaved Hamster on YouTube. And you're like, oh, okay, now I know who you are.
Yes.
I love the idea of somebody walking around Derby with a name badge saying Shaved Hamster. There you go.
The name's double dip.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea, to be honest. We did talk about it once before.
We'll just make Haley will do it quite gladly. Haley will sit there with a label gun and when people come through that door.
Right. Reminder: Facebook community is growing and growing and growing. I can't remember how many people we got on there, but if you're not a member, why not come along and join? There's a link down below where you can click on that and just avoid the spammy type question and answer things I put there, just to stop people who don't know anything about the hobby joining. And come and post whatever you're gaming, whatever you're up to, your ongoing projects. We just love seeing it all. So try and feature a few of those. Obviously, we've had 2 weeks, so there's only a few here. But go on the Facebook page and look at some of the amazing stuff that's been posted there. Continually makes me go, wow. I'm going to start with Connor. Look at this tank. Look at that Sherman.
The weathering is
that's nice.
The weathering on it is extraordinarily good. That's a Sherman 5 Canadian from 1945. Now, it's obviously work in progress because what's missing? The base. But phenomenally good. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Really, really good. We were talking about Trench Crusades earlier. So Benjamin has been working on his Trench Crusade stuff.
That's cool.
They look suitably dark and dingy, don't they? Very good. No, it's not a free range tank, James. Behave. Not. Should be corralled. Oh God, Drexel. I love this because this is something you don't see very often. So these are Inca warriors that he put together and painted up, and they look amazing. Now, in his post, he did show them being positioned in front of mountains in the Indies. Well, not the Indies, where the South America somewhere, where he claimed to have taken them on holiday. I'm not sure they were. I think it might have been backdrops, but I could be wrong. But I just love the fact that somebody doing something completely different like that. Incas, fantastic. Edward been working through his Dacians.
Excellent, like some Dacians.
They are seriously vicious bunch of their two-handed choppers. Very good indeed. Love this figure from Andrew. Look at that.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Really good. I don't know where that figure's from, but it's very good. He's done a brilliant job with it. Dan was having a Warhammer Fantasy Battle 6th edition game. So that was in full flow around that tower edition there. Yeah. So very good indeed. Love to see the games. Always love seeing the games. Conflict 47 is getting a huge amount of interest. Warlords will be very happy. Ian was working on his US forces for that, which looks amazing.
Oh, cool.
Those look like new sculpts, I think, aren't they? Those infantry. Very good.
Nice.
Not sure what to do about that because I've got all those conflict stuff, and I just don't know that I'm ever going to play it. Shall I just sell it? Shall I do a Ken? Shall I sell it? I don't know.
If you're not going to play it, Dom, it's free money sitting right there.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, apparently they did. Those Incas did go to Peru. There you go. I stand corrected, mate. I stand corrected. Well done. Nothing like getting them into the scenery. Then Lewis was showing off his feudal. These are the warrior monks.
Yeah.
I can't remember what game they were for, but they do look good. Really, really nice indeed. Great job with those.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. Stephen.
They're the new Warhammer things, I think.
Yeah, I made a note of what they are, and I've lost the note.
Cafe.
Cafe,
Are they?
yeah.
Cafe? That's it.
Yeah, the thing that's broken the game at the moment. People going.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They're really nice minis. Really nice minis.
Fantastic.
Brand new
job
faction.
on those. Very nice. I like the drummer particularly. Steve would love that drummer. Fantastic. Oh no, I've done that one. Raymond, this is the one I meant to do. Raymond done some mounted Afghan warriors. Which I think they're the Perry ones.
They're really nice. They're really nice.
Really good.
Different as well.
Yeah, that's something you don't see very often, isn't it? It's yeah, I like them a lot. Very good indeed. And then Roy has been painting an elven princess.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Bit different. I like the sword.
Again, it's a big old sword, isn't it? It really
The big
is.
old sword's as big as the person, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is. Seriously, give you a whack with that one, wouldn't it? And then John, I love this figure, the child catcher.
Wow.
That is fantastic. I don't know what game that's for, but
I was going to say, what freaking rules are they in?
I have no idea. But
terrifying.
I suppose it's half term, so probably Martin would appreciate a child catcher right now.
I've always need a child catcher at the moment.
And then talking about games and things were going. Sean showed off. This was his Australia. It was an open day at one of the Australian clubs. They were all playing Battle of Waterloo using Blucher rules, which is just fantastic. I don't know where it was taking part, but it was obviously well attended, and obviously some kind of traders there as well. Looked really good. Fantastic. So lovely to see everything happening all around the world, as well as here in good old Blighty. So there you go.
Yeah.
That was a selection of the things I saw. So what are we up to this week, folks? Or next week we're going to be back on. We are going to be on Steve's channel.
Yeah, we'll be on Steve's channel.
Alive. Poor thing. Oh, it was Melbourne. That's where that one was. So what are you up to this week? Oh, I've dropped my microphone. What are you up to this week, Martin? Anything exciting?
Making more terrain. I've got my Traitors Toll video will be out. I've got another couple of videos that I'm working on at the same time. I've got bits and bobs turning up for scenery in that. So I've got a few things to work on. Otherwise, it's just half term, and therefore be pulling out my hair and waiting for them to go back to school is my general sort of theme of the week.
You can set them working on their terrain challenge.
Terrain, yeah. Well, she's done really well actually. I'm really pleased with these. These are going to be as we're using these next week in our pillage.
Got to make
game.
some more tomorrow.
Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I? To get to I need some fallen down walls for castles. To be a little bit of a hint of things that are going to be coming. So yeah, that's my plan. What about you two?
Ken, what are you up to? Anything? Going to get any painting, gaming done?
I'm going to try and finish some more of these tiles. I've done 2. I finished the second one tonight, so 7 more to go. Hopefully, I'll get a few more of them done.
Awesome. Don't know what I'm going to do. I'm sort of in a funny mood at the moment, painting wise. I don't know what to paint. I've got loads of projects on the go. I'm not really sure what I want to actually paint.
I was going to say, if you turn round, you'll see about 1 million figures that you.
Oh, I know. I've got loads of options. That's not a problem. But I don't know. I'll something will come to me this week, and I'll get on with it. Hopefully, be down the club on Friday having a game. Don't know what we're going to do yet, but
we need to sort out what we're going to play in a couple of weeks, don't we?
We do indeed, mate. We do indeed. Anyway, we are now up to time, so thank you everybody for joining us on our little recap of Crackcon 6 and our impromptu fill-in for poor old Steve not being well. I hope you're feeling better, mate. If you managed to watch any of this, and hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, we'll be on Steve's channel next week talking. What was it about? I've forgotten.
Changes you would like to see in the wargaming industry. So not at all contentious.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Can we ban Ken from this edition? Or
I'm not here next week.
Oh, I think I'd like to hear Ken's opinions on that. I think it'd be hilarious.
He'd probably say I think there should be no sales. It all should be rental. Is probably what he'll say.
I think we just need to ban anyone from talking about price.
Yeah,
because that's gonna. So don't mention price and don't mention just price. Probably actually, it's probably just apart from price.
Anything else is fine. Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us as ever. We will see you next week on Steve's channel. Have a really good week, and we'll catch up with you all soon.
See you later, guys.
See you later. Well. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.